Stephen A. Smith. The etymology of the word, if you look at the name, if you look at the spelling of the name Stephen, it's S-T-E-P-H-E-N. S-T-E-P-H-E-N. The root word of Stephen is step. Y'all pay attention. This is not from the dictionary. This is from the dictionary. This is not from the dictionary. This is from the dictionary. Stephen A. Smith. The root word is step. It derives, this is from the dictionary. It derives from what? Step and fetch. Because he's been a terrible, ridiculous bootleg. He has used his platforms over the years, over the many years, to disrespect the black man on behalf of white people and white networks. Talk black to me. Why y'all laughing at me? My day ones know I broke this down a long time ago. Vicky ain't new to this. Every person that this brother Kwame Brown discussed, y'all better tell him Vicky's done shows on every single one of them. Y'all tell me if I'm telling the truth or not right now. Tell me in the chat. Tell me if you all remember broadcasts I've done calling out Jamil Hill, calling out Charlemagne, calling out Stephen, thank you. Okay, Stephen A. Smith. I just want folks to know that I've been doing this before anybody was paying me any attention. God, today. Talk black to me. Now, for those of you that don't understand, this is not an attack on black people. Don't you dare reduce my work, my mission, and my commentary to that of simply a YouTuber. I ain't no YouTuber, baby. Because I use YouTube and several other platforms to get my message out doesn't make me a YouTuber. It is the means by which I give my spirit-inspired commentary meant to inform, inspire, and to give power to my people. Don't get me twisted with the other individuals that you see. So when I'm going in on black-looking people, not black people, when I'm going in on black-looking people, it's not so I can build my name on the backs of attacking other black folk. I'm not that simplified. I'm not that disgusted. I love my people too much to unnecessarily pull them into a fight, make us look bad and set us back. I've got a job to do. When you're in war, warriors know, soldiers know that when they're invading another land or another people, sometimes before there's a physical war, they send in spies. Is that right, family? And when they send the spies in, they don't send a spy in that doesn't look like the population that they're trying to infiltrate. Let me say it again. I said that in war, a part of warfare is they send in and infiltrate black camps with folk that look like you. We have no black empowerment people, person, or group that we now know unequivocally and with legal governmental documents that the United States of America infiltrated our ranks, made, caused mischief in every black major organization. So do not say to me, Vicky, why are you attacking another black person? I'm not attacking another black person. At issue is racist white people. Number one. Number two, at issue is racist white people's black people. I'm getting rid of the racist white people's black people because they look like us. And you sit up there calling our brothers and sisters. But the work that they do, the fruit that they bear, is that of our open enemies. The mind that they have, the direction that they're leading us in. No, the direction they're misleading us in. And besides that, there is a metaphysical or a spiritual principle known as the wheat and the tares. A separation that is necessary. Why we don't all just get along? Why don't you call? Why don't you, instead of doing a show on the black man that don't like black women and stuff, why don't you call into the show? Are you on something, slowness? someone makes it known that they have a disdain and a disregard and a disgust for the whole half of a black society, I'm not sitting up there trying to chit-chat like you regular and normal. I'm treating you like the enemy you are, especially when your platforms are large, especially when you have a lot of power, and especially when you have been told that your actions are dangerous and detrimental, and you give us the middle finger, you say you don't care, you double down. I wish a biscuit would. And for that matter, I wish a bussy would. I wish one of you bussies or biscuits would. The spiritual principle of the separation of the wheat and the tare is that the tares, I see y'all putting the wheat in the chat. A tare is a plant that looks like it's a wheat. It's wheat. And it grows up amongst the actual wheat to sabotage the harvest. It's a look-alike. Stop saying, why are you attacking a black person? It ain't a black person, it's a look-alike. I said it's a look-alike. I said it's a spy. I said it's a tare. It's not wheat. It's white people's black people's. And some of you so slow. Some of you are so willfully slow and silly. You don't recognize it, but one of the reasons you don't recognize it is not because you don't see the fruit. It's because some of you all are in love with those celebrities. Sometimes you idolize them, so you let them literally get away with murder, get away with leading our people into hell because you like them. Or they said something, somebody said one time, well, so-and-so, they shouted out our group. They shouted out, shout out. You know how many ugly people shout me out on social media? Because somebody shouts me out, they got people doing videos on me all over the place. They're not nice things. They shout me out all the time. That ain't no level up, fool. Sometimes people shout you out because they know you're that superficial and silly. If I throw their name and say, I shouted y'all out, they know you'll stand down. They know you'll move by looks. They know that all they got to do is just pull you into their graces, and that's it for you. They can buy you cheap. You a dollar store slave. Can't even take you to Walmart, Kmart or something. Because Kmart even exists. Target or something. You ain't even a corner gas station. You the dollar store. You shoot your cheap self. Store don't even ask for taxes. You don't need $1.07. All you need is 99 cents. You are cheap buy. Oh, they shouted us out. But they said it's truth. The white supremacist tells the truth sometimes. The white supremacist will say today is Thursday. God, today. The white supremacist will tell the truth and say the sun is out. The white supremacist will say it's raining, it's snowing. The white supremacist will say the sun is hot. But if the thing that you're doing foundationally is so toxic and detrimental, it would remove any good that you call yourself doing. What's wrong with y'all? I know what's wrong with you. The law of attraction is what's wrong with you. You attract what you are, not what you want. Like two magnets, because you're toxic and disgusting. That's the reason why you have an affinity to someone that has no real love and respect for the black family. And you find a way to defend that individual in a way, watch this, that some of you brothers, you know who I'm talking about, in a way that some of you brothers don't even find a way to defend me. I was looking at some of the ugly little comments that was being said to me about my show I did on Kevin Samuels. these high density bussies. Because of my medical condition, sometimes I'm up several times all through the night. My phone was just lighting up for messages. When I look at the phone, it wasn't even important. It was just some bussy up at 3 o'clock in the morning wanting to let me know about all of his bussiness. It was just males talking, cackling, worse than any woman. Women, that's our main form of communication when you're dealing with the woman. Y'all talk so much, brother. Yo, estrogen, gotta get that down. Get that estrogen down. It's not because you thought of a smarter argument. Let me tell you all something. It's easy for me to crush people in arguments. You better check my record on the judges I sued. You better check my records on high-profile governmental officials and Wall Street individuals that I've counted. You better go sit your funny-looking self down somewhere. It's easy for me. But I did all of the screaming and hollering I'm ever going to do in a relationship, and especially dealing with a man when I was in my 20s. That's over. I'm in my 40s. What I look like. I will leave you to yourself hollering and screaming in the corner, talking about how you finna gang up on women. Now, Vicky, get ready to get into our brother Kwame Brown. But I just needed to let you all know there's the kitty kitties in these here
Clear.
Kitty. I'm not finna do all that with you. Boy, bye. You just need to get you a Becky and just go. Just get Becky. Karen, Becky, Rachel, Matilda. It's too much work fooling with you. You don't even like us. Talk black to me. Some of you upstanding religious brothers, this was so funny. I realized that some of the religious brothers that was coming against me, I went to some of their pages and I found out the reason they were so mad is because they was actually posting videos or content of this Kevin Samuels. Now what's his name? Thumbs up, family. Share. Instagram, come on over to Fly Nubian Queen. Instagram, I'm getting ready to go in on Jamil Hill, Charlamagne the God, and Stephen A. Smith. I'm going in just by letting you get ready to listen to what our brother Kwame Brown said on a few clips. You don't want to miss it. Come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com or come on over to see me on YouTube at Fly Nubian Queen. Funny looking self. I said, I see why y'all mad at me. Went to some of their pages. They posting this. They got the man stuff. Y'all in the comments, they quoting him. In the comments, they just cackling and giggling. Just the man that asked another man how big was his phallus. The man that told the black woman that we are universally ugly or unattractive in all categories. The man who told the black woman that children, that number one, she is an asset or a liability, and her children are assets or liabilities. And are you raising your children to be an asset or a liability to a man? And how, quote unquote, high value men see your children as a liability. The man that said that is alleged to have a child and to have 2 unsuccessful marriages. I told you, I'm not tripping on nobody not having relationships worked out because I've been in relationships that haven't worked out. But you're the one that's going around the world saying that you're the doggone experts for black people. And then you Negroes that say, and then y'all stop trying to look like white women. Fool. Every time your bussy instructor talks, he uses the white woman as the standard. He tells the black woman in almost all of his commentary that no other group of women does this. White women don't do this. You compare us and you treat the other side, the other woman, the oppressor's woman, who's the one that universally got your stupid self lynched, fool. The one that wanted to ride you, and after she rode you, lied about riding you, and then got you set on fire and crucified. She got your body parts chopped up. And then some of you Negroes out there, you knew I rode for you harder, louder, day in and day out. before you knew who his funny-looking self was. I defended you brothers every chance I got. And y'all dog me like that? Who does that over a man for one time? Forget about what Vicky did 364 days a week. If it's only one day out of the year, she goes after somebody that she feels she has a problem. I have a indisputable record of loving the black man, defending the black man. How dare you? I'm exposing all kind of legal mammy laws. I'm giving sisters work for coming after you. I'm giving white America work. I'm giving Joe Biden work. I'm giving Kamala and them work. I can't even think of all the people I done did. Privately, financially, the money that we give on a regular basis is about federal male inmate. Even though I'm helping females in other ways, I've done that nonstop for years, and y'all dog me. Scholarships, I made sure that didn't just go to women. I made sure it went to some of our young males, and y'all dog me. Okay. 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 I see, bruh. Vicky, get on to this black masculine man. Today I'm excited because as I said in the beginning, it's a new day. Former basketball player Kwame Brown has been dogged by white people's black people in mainstream media. He says since he was a teenager, because he was drafted apparently out of high school. And he specifically called out Stephen A. Smith. He said for 20 years, Stephen A. Smith has messed with his money by attacking and dogging his career. He says Stephen A. Smith is basically taking money out of his pocket.
We got them all, Shepard.
And how white people had Stephen A. Smith talk about what a terrible player he was for 20 years when he was a teenager, he said. I want us to get ready to get into it. All right, Instagram. See you at FlyNewBeQueenTV.com, Instagram. FlyNewBeQueenTV.com, Instagram, or go to FlyNewBeQueen on YouTube. All right, family. Let me get ready to cue this. I'm going to finish posting this part. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, child, I went to some of y'all's pages. I had to stop following some of you knuckleheads that I was going hard for. Went to y'all's pages and y'all was up there sitting up there talking like y'all was in a fraternity together with this brother. Some of y'all so religious, but you find common ground on somebody that dogs out your own woman. What does light have in common with darkness? Talk black to me. Funny looking self. And the criticism you gave me, you're not man enough to have that same type of public criticism of somebody else. Thumbs up, family. On the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button and share. Please engage. This thing just cleared out. I hope it did it right. I'm talking about technical issues. I hope it. Thumbs up. Let me get ready to cue something for you here. Thumbs up.
Just lead the way.
So, our brother, this is what I posted today. I want you to see what I posted on my Instagram page today. I posted this on my Instagram page. This is who we get ready to deal with today, baby. And not in Vicky's words, but let the black man speak for himself. Because that's what's got the world set on fire. Kwame Brown schools Jamil Hill, Stephen Smith, and Charlemagne on black masculinity. On black masculinity. Don't play today. This is what we're getting ready to discuss, baby. Thumbs up, share, family. Share. Now, while I'm pulling this up, I'm getting ready. I'm going to cue something. Let me give you the background on this real quick, though. Let me give you the background on how we got here. It's a new day. So, I'm reading from the Guardian newspaper, and this one is titled, "After 20 years of insults, Kwame Brown proved revenge is best served flaming hot." Y'all see him with Kobe there? After 20 years of insults, somebody say 20 years. Somebody say that's a long time. 20 years of insults. This black man, talk black to me, y'all.
Moving on.
It says here, I'm gonna skip because I'm not getting ready to read all this because I want to get to the rest of this content that's important.
We got them all, Shepard.
Just very briefly, it's talking about the fact that how Kwame Brown, it says, was a top draft pick who had a bevy of physical gifts, marked him as a kind of transformational player who only comes along once in a generation. It talks about the fact that he made history as the first NBA player to go to number one straight out of high school when Michael Jordan's Washington Wizards came calling in 2001. It talks about some of his other, for some reason it cut me off there. It talks about some of his other accolades, but let me just get on to the juice of some of this. This particular article is, here we go. Yep, this is it. This one is from Complex I'm reading from. And it says how Kwame Brown rips into Gilbert, Stephen, Matt, Barnes, these podcasters. Let me give you the background. Okay, so for those of you that may or may not know, and y'all know, Vicky, I don't even do sports like that.
You need
so
to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Deal with sports. I see sports as just a notch or two below a terrorist attack. It's just not my cup of tea. But anytime it's related to the black family, and I see white supremacy raising its ugly head to do great damage, I don't care if it's in finance, something I don't understand. I don't care if it's sports, something I don't understand. I don't care if there are areas of, whatever, the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry. I don't care what I do and don't understand about a particular industry. I'm gonna do what I can to research and to highlight what's important out of the situation, what I glean from it, to let them know that we see white supremacy operating in these other areas and to make sure that we're ready to handle it accordingly. Somebody talk black to me. So, our brother, here's another picture of him on the court. Beautiful black man. Beautiful, deeply melanated brother. And just for the record, I'm not sitting here to defend how, the specific language that he uses. I'm not sitting here to defend his whole career or any choices that he, quote unquote, bad choices that he may have made in the past. That's not what I'm here to do. My focus today is that because this is happening, and this is a major deal, this is a major interfacing of white supremacy and black people, and specifically how they are trying to undermine black men. That's what the point of today's show is. I don't purport to speak for any of that for somebody else. I'm speaking to a unique principle that we're seeing happening all over the place with the attack of our black men. Are y'all hearing me today? So this piece talks about the fact that there were some podcasters called, All the Smoke, that disrespected our brother. Charlamagne the God obviously has some connections to these podcasters who are former athletes that was just really dogging our brother Kwame. Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club and them had the nerve to discuss it. And when Charlamagne was discussing how our brother Kwame was feeling some kind of way about the disrespect on their rumor report, Charlamagne the God made a very, 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 very fatal, really, mistake. Charlemagne the God did something unthinkable in his coverage of our brother Kwame Brown. I don't want you to listen to my words. I want you to listen very briefly. We're not going to listen to everything, but I want to give you, I want you to listen to it for yourself. Let me read this. Y'all know how I do. I cross my T's and dot my I's. If you have children, please beware, because some of the language that's used is very explicit. You all know I don't use language like that, but I want us to focus on the major underlying point about the attack of our black men and how this situation has reached a boiling point. Copyright under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for purposes allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I don't usually show too much video from a lot of places because I go overboard in terms of protecting us with copyright to avoid any and all copyright issues. There are a lot of people that are defensive and will look for any reason to try to censor us or to disrupt us. And if you all know me, you all know we follow the rules on the Vicky Show in order to protect the networks and the affiliate networks that I'm on. Talk black to me. Let me cue this for you. Thumbs up, baby. We finna get ready to go to school. We finna get ready. Y'all ready for school? A class on black masculinity. Guess who the teacher is? A black masculine heterosexual man, which is an unusual combination. Which is an unusual combination. Okay, here we go. Let me cue it.
Times and then killed himself.
Okay, here we go. Watch this. Hold on, y'all.
Going towards it.
And here is, and I guess it all happened in an episode with Jeannie Buss Feathers from Kwame Brown started with the.
This is the Rumor Report.
Okay. Here we go, family. So this is a clip from the Rumor Report. This is how everything got started. One of the things that got started that caused our brother Kwame to go straight in on them. Here we go.
Breakfast Club.
Well, the beef got a little bit crazy on social media. Now, this all started with the All the Smoke podcast. And during Gilbert Arenas' recent appearance, he spoke about his former Washington Wizards teammate. And I guess that ruffled some feathers from Kwame Brown. And here is, and I guess it all happened in an episode with Jeannie Buss on it as well. Jeannie Buss and Gilbert Arenas were on All the Smoke. And they started talking about Kwame Brown. Here's what happened.
Well, we traded
Black man.
Marc
Yeah, that's what people,
right?
you got him for nothing, not realizing that what you guys gave him was Marc Gasol.
And Kwame Brown. And so,
Marc Gasol.
That was one man trade.
He could have been. Imagine being an 18-year-old kid getting drafted #1 by your idol, Michael Jordan. We know Michael Jordan's personality. Imagine that personality.
Slapped him in the face.
Going towards an 18-year-old kid. So when you're making him look little to his peers, he loses his confidence. So when I get there, he doesn't have confidence. You know what I mean? So it's trying to build this man-child up.
All the smoke.
So listen to that. They disrespected him and called him a man-child. They called him some other names that were inappropriate during that podcast. I'm not gonna let you listen to all of it right now either. Of course, I had to do a lot of research for this, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all doing all this stuff, dealing with all these athletic things. Lord, today. Thumbs up, share, family. Come on now. I see some of you coming in, but give us a thumbs up, share. My name is Vicky Dillard, and I'm typically here live weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Now listen to Charlemagne the God.
One of my favorite podcasts. Those two episodes were phenomenal. The Jeannie Buss and Gilbert Arenas episode.
All right, well, Kwame Brown, I guess, is tired of people picking on him and being the butt of jokes from being a #1 pick. And, you know, he just, I guess, got fed up and responded to the podcast.
I think you guys need to focus and channel that energy on some more real problems, like the way we are as black males and the way that we look. And Steven Jackson, maybe you could put that motherfucking blunt out and pull your pants up on your ass and put that rag down and act like a grown-ass man instead of a little-ass boy. Gilbert, I was quiet on you for years. I wasn't going to say nothing. You the right hand arm of them white boys. What did I get? 3 years, 25 with the Lakers? I was sliding to get 80. You took millions out my mouth. You shout like you love black folks. Becky with the good hair, you need counseling. All that goddamn rage for no reason. She chose. Damn, why?
Woo! Now he done called the brother Becky with the good hair. God damn. Watch this. Vicky, what are you doing? Vicky, why is this a big deal right now? Vicky, why are you doing a show? You don't even like sports. Only time you get into sports is when you're dealing with a white supremacist, or you can tell the war done escalated, so they going to war with our black men. Let me tell y'all something. The reason this is a big deal is because this is something that's happened. Kwame Brown, he's doing something that we rarely ever see. Are y'all ready for what I'm getting ready to drop on you? If you're ready for what I'm getting ready to drop on you with this commentary, hit that thumbs up button right now. Thumbs up, share. Now, I already like Kwame because he ain't talking about no black woman's hair. He dealing with you dudes calling you Becky with the good hair. He calling you dudes Becky with the good hair. He's sending all his smoke on the man. God dang, I already like the brother. Jeez, wait. The reason this is so cataclysmic, y'all, is because it's a black man, come here, that's speaking for himself. No filter. He didn't go on nobody's podcast. He's not giving a statement to New York Times, to ESPN, people or whatever. He is actually speaking for himself in the way he wants to speak. Now, you all know I've already gave you the one. If you got babies, beware, because there's going to be he got a lot of explicit language. You all know I don't do a lot of explicit language on my show, and I'm only going to play certain clips because I don't like to do too much explicit language. But just keep that in mind. If you have children, beware. But I don't want you to get distracted and say, well, he's using ugly language and he's being, too aggressive and too disrespectful and too irresponsible. Let me tell y'all something. The reason Vicky is getting ready to ride with my brother on this is because it's not any white people's black people that's gonna speak for him. It's not white people, a white supremacist agency that's gonna speak for him and filter what he says. But not just that. Those of you all that have a problem with forgiving his approach and not giving him the benefit of the doubt to listen to the substance of what he's saying, you all forgave Joe Biden. You found a way to give power to this white man that has done more damage to black people in recent history for the past 30, 40 years than any politician you know. You Negroes voted for Joe Biden. You pushed Joe Biden. He cussed you out to your face. He dogged you. He told you you weren't even black people if you didn't vote for him. He didn't promise you anything. And you all can find a way to forgive that? I wish a bussy would question me about why I'm riding for this brother. I wish a biscuit would ask me. Are you just gonna overlook how he said it? Yeah, I'm gonna overlook it. Somebody say black masculinity. And let me tell you something. Everybody is scared. He's dominating the internet right now because that black masculine energy shakes up stuff. Y'all know I believe in the spiritual stuff, the unseen. You can't even explain it. But when a black man starts to speak for himself, when he starts to roar, when the lion, don't make me start singing. What is it? A Weem Away, a Weem Away. What's that song? What's the name of that movie? Lion King. When the lion start roaring, all the jungle go crazy. You hadn't been hearing the lion roar for a while, so you ain't used to feeling that jiggle, that shake, that shift. You're not used to the tectonic plates moving. Somebody say a Weem Away. God, the tape. The lion sleeps tonight. Come on, this Lion King today. tripping because it's something strange going on. Somebody say, let the lion roar. This is a new day. We're not used to seeing you brothers actually speak for yourself. We're used to pussy. We're used to your mixed up self trying to toe the line and talk like and be like me. God, today. You trying to put on your nail polish before you go live. I got on a whole pink tutu. You trying to put your pink tutu on too. It's off. It's off. It ain't right. It's something missing. It's off. It ain't right. Somebody say a weem away.
Systemic racism has been a frequent hot topic.
Now, I don't know what in the world. The devil is alive. Let me get back to that. That was a technical thing that done popped up. Okay, let's get back. Now watch. Now this is the difference. No, this is not about disrespecting Charlemagne or nobody else. But you all know that when I'm bringing these kinds of things out, I'm bringing them out because I want our people to course correct. Talk black to me. You talking about a weem away. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. This Lion King, lions roaring and stuff.
All the Smoke podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. I was texting with Matt last night, but let me tell y'all something. Leave Kwame Brown alone. I don't know if y'all know, but you can do a little research. Kwame Brown was born in Charleston, South.
Watch this. Watch this. Charlemagne started off. I thought it was going to be good. Charlemagne said, leave the man alone, right? Watch what Charlemagne says next.
I don't think I've ever met Kwame, but I know a lot of his family. His family lived in Moss Corner, South Carolina. His father's name was Willie Brown. I don't know how many kids Willie Brown had. I don't know how many siblings Kwame Brown got, but I went to school with his sister, and I went to school with one of his brothers. Let me tell y'all something. Kwame's father in the 90s, I remember this story. He beat a woman with an axe handle with his girlfriend. And the rumor was he buried her alive. He buried her in the area that I grew up in, if I remember correctly. I've been trying to call my dad since yesterday to confirm the whole story because I literally forgot about this until yesterday. But the woman died and he got arrested. If he's still alive, he's in prison for life because he got caught because he left South Carolina after the murder and came back for his paycheck. Let me tell you something else. His other brother, I don't know if him and Kwame were close, but his other brother shot his baby mama several times and then killed himself. That was like in 08. And his other brother, Kwame's other brother, just went to jail for murder like 3 years ago. All of this you can Google. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody. Really all that, all that he's a bust up gets to him, and you don't know what people are going through or have been through, but I've seen folks snap for less, and it looks like, Kwame is snapping. If you look at the history of men in his family, you would know his men in his family have a history of snapping. Leave Kwame Brown alone.
Family? That was dead wrong, Charlemagne.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Charlemagne, I'm in media. No, my platform is not as big as Charlemagne's. But family, it's possible that we make mistakes, right? Sometimes when you're live, sometimes when you're doing your work and you're in the public eye, you make mistakes. So we need y'all to forgive us when we screw up unintentionally, right? Family? So I'm not above reproach. Vicky can make mistakes. But that mistake he made right there, family, how could you not know that the millions of people that have the potential to hear what you say, you sat there and said that his daddy basically is a killer, his brothers are killers, and don't mess with this man because he might kill you. That's what Charlemagne just said. And before he said it, Charlemagne admitted that he has never even met the man. Family, that's off cold. Who needs a white supremacist anyway when you have so-called brothers, Charlemagne, that will put that out there in the atmosphere to defame this man without talking to him about the truth of that? Who would use their I told y'all, I'm not perfect. I made mistakes. But who would do that? Family, how can you act like you're... Charlamagne tried to act like he was mad at Kamala Harris for saying that America wasn't racist. You know, Charlamagne, that America's racist. You admitted you actually did Donkey of the Day, giving Kamala and who else did he give it to? Yeah, the black senator from South Carolina. You gave them the Donkey of the Day because you admit that America's racist. So that means, Charlamagne, when you said that, you knew that white people and the white supremacists, yes, Scott, thank you all, Tim Scott, you knew that white supremacists and white people was going to listen to that, and you threw your black brother under the bus. Who would do that, Charlamagne? I'm not trying to act perfect, because you all know y'all can hit me up all them. I've seen such ugly videos, comments, DMs. Y'all, I've had the black people that call me all kind of, y'all, I don't even like the black people on I'm talking about my personal channel. My personal channel on Instagram. People that come to me with the ugliest thing, people coming on my thing, lying, putting propaganda on my stuff, putting misinformation, lying. Y'all, I'm talking about 24/7. You have no idea. And I make mistakes, so people will have their comments. Everybody got everything to say about what you say, how you look, banging the gavel, your hair, your braids, your lipstick, your arms. People have dogged me out saying, put your little sickly self down. They talked about my features. I mean, it goes on and on and on. But I just can't imagine that I could acknowledge that I'm in a world of white supremacy. And I know that I have an audience, and I'm talking about Charlamagne, where millions and millions listen, and you got podcasts, you got books, you got people that's in your book publishing company that's yours now, Charlamagne. You got all kind of people who's a part of your podcast group that, and you use your influence. That was so dirty, family. We're at war, and that was you, Charlamagne, giving the other side classified information. Family, that's off code. Family, that's off code. But not only is it off code, you wasn't even sure if the facts that you got right were right. You admitted. You said that I think I went to school with this one, that one, and all this stuff. You said, I don't even think I met him. You should have shut your mouth, or at least been man enough to try to reach out to him to get those facts, or ask him to weigh in, or ask him to do a show. You was trying to be sassy. Charlamagne, you was being sassy. For those of you that don't understand how I use the word pussy, it's not just about you being LGBTQ. That's a pussy move. In other words, no man would do that. That was dead wrong, Charlamagne.
That I grew up in, if I remember correctly. I've been trying to call my dad since yesterday to confirm the whole story, because I literally forgot about this until yesterday. But the woman died and he got arrested. If he's still alive, he's in prison for life. But he got caught because he left South Carolina after the murder and came back for his paycheck. Let me tell you something else. His other brother, I don't know if him and Kwame were close, but his other brother shot his baby mama several times and then killed himself. That was like in 2008. And his other brother, Kwame's other brother, just went to jail for murder like 3 years ago. All of this you can Google. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years, not nobody. Clearly all that.
Charlamagne is always talking about mental health, right? So Charlamagne, you sit up here trying to diagnose this man, talking about you don't know what he's going through. You admit he never said a word when y'all was dogging him for 20 years. Charlamagne, you admit that they've attacked him for 20 years, and he was such a man, he kept quiet for 2 whole decades.
You want to know what happened here?
So when the lion starts to roar, y'all start to turn him, paint him like he's a killer.
You lead, I'll follow.
Family, I don't care what you say. As imperfect as I am, I'm subject to make mistakes and do stuff, and I'll come and fix it if I know I made a mistake on purpose. Family, there ain't no way in the world. I can't imagine saying it out loud and me not feeling strange. Like, did I just say that out loud and put that man's business out in the streets? So when the brother responds, don't tell me he shouldn't be cussing like that. Look what y'all put him through.
Just lead the way.
But I've seen folks snap for less, and it looks like, you know, Kwame is snapping. And if you look at the history of men in his family, you would know his men in his family have a history of snapping. Leave Kwame Brown alone.
The reason why Charlamagne wasn't moved by that, Charlamagne was excited to talk about that. Charlamagne said, I even called my dad to make sure I was getting all the facts right and stuff. Charlamagne was so excited to spill that tea. Who spills tea? What man gets excited to say something like that? But watch this. The reason why Charlamagne didn't have sense enough to know that was inappropriate, because, babe, you ain't really connected to the black grassroots. Charlamagne, you are so connected to white people. You are so connected to all of these other interests that you didn't even have the sensibility. Nothing in you, no alarms went off in you to say, I shouldn't say that. That's the reason why you didn't think twice about it, bruh, because you were more connected to white entities. Because you try to toe the line. You try to bring on a black person here or there. You try to bring on Dr. Umar Johnson to make it look like, to give you sort of black grassroots cover. There was a reason you strategically chose him, and the reason you all keep choosing him to come back. But then your interest is really for white people, white entities. And I'm trying to say that because you're not truly connected to the true black grassroots, you didn't have the sensibility to know that ain't it, bruh. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I don't even want to play no more of that. I want you to listen to our brother Kwame Brown. Black masculinity. Vicky, you don't cuss. Vicky, you don't talk like the way this brother is talking. I know I don't. But I understand my brother. And I don't get in the way when it's wartime. How many of you all know that when you're dealing with a white supremacist war and you're dealing with white people's black people, it gets bloody and messy sometimes? How many of you all know that war is messy? And don't you dare tell me not to stand for him when you funny-looking Negroes stood for your zaddy Joe Biden. You forgave him. You found a way to put that man in power and to suck up and lick his boots and everything else. I wish a pussy would tell me who I can and can't support.
Amazing that I said it and you're still for having a different opinion than you. When you're so used to not having a conversation, because you always found the word, toxic masculinity, this and that, homo, this, ism, all racist. So now nobody knows how to communicate. That's why those two young brothers didn't know how to communicate with another young brother that we were in the same fraternity. So when I reached out to those young brothers, because of what they said, not because of they critiqued me for being the #1 draft pick and I'm so mad and about being a bust. No, those brothers paused a white woman. Look at the optics of this. They paused a white woman. I got a son, motherfucker. You talking about my mama's son. You could have just let her finish the truthful statement, but no, you didn't stop what was going on. Nat Barnes, since you're trying to act like you don't know what you did, Fadeaway, you stopped it. And you said, tapped on your little buddy to go along, get along game with Peanut Gallery, because you're so used and programmed and trained to disrespect black males. Because see, y'all trying to make it about Kwame. This is about Kwame right now. But what I'm seeing is about all of these black athletes that people get paid to attack, sir.
Did you all hear what he said? He said, this is about me now, but he said, this is really about all of the black males you guys get paid to attack. Brother Kwame is giving Jamil Hill, Charlamagne the God, and Stephen A. Smith lessons in black He's letting you know that they're being controlled by white interests and entities. Black men who are paid to attack black men, specifically black athletes.
Why y'all ain't discussing that? Why y'all keep trying to diagnose me mentally? Same old playbook. I even told the people what y'all was gonna do before you did it. But you're so stupid and you're so used to doing the same thing and it actually worked with people because the people believe y'all because they like y'all. Not because it makes any sense.
Talk black man. Did you all hear what the Lion King just said? Somebody say roar. Somebody say a weem away. He says, for those of y'all that wonder, well, why is it Biggie as big as some other people? Why is so-and-so blowing up? He says, some of you all, you listen to certain people, because what? Not because what they say make no sense, you just listen. Slowness? What you say, black man? Let's get back to it. Thumbs up, share. Everybody that's in the chat, family, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillon. Make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen. And don't forget, there are important links in the chat that our moderators has highlighted in blue. They're giving you important information. Join my weekly mastermind also for $1 at clubvicky.com. Clubvicky.com.
Because I told you, it's the go along, get along game. If we like you, we like everything you do. You can't be objective because we're friends, slap hands. You can't say, hey, wait, whoa. If we friends, I should say, wait a minute, that's wrong. The other person said this, and you trying to say they said that, and that's not right. You ain't friends, motherfucker. You gotta agree with everything somebody say. So how come we got so many educated people that let a little old bus, a little uneducated bus, was able to come on the internet and tell them what they was gonna do? Because I knew they were mental midgets, because once you used to doing the same damn thing, like I used to write stuff down, but when I got a smartphone, it made me a little dumber. Because when I text everything now, that shit go to autocorrect. So now when I write stuff down, I'm like, God damn, I gotta look at my phone again to make sure I spell the shit right. So that's what happened the easy way out do. You see, you got a smart ass phone, but we dumb. Ouchie. But you guys attacked me after attack after attack after attack. It's amazing that I said it and you still did it. Got to make it know. TMZ Sports put out that I was angry and violent.
Listen, y'all see how they paint the black man? Pay attention.
Then I got every reporter now that's supposed to be smart, investigative journalism. Shit, I broke a big story. I said Michael Jordan never drafted me to be the #1 pick. So that means that should open up a little conversation about the players that he put around that team, and around the player that you guys have been bashing as the worst #1 pick ever, which I didn't even care of you.
So y'all pay attention. Remember, the podcast and other podcasts, all the smoke, really they should be called the Smokeless Podcast, who Charlamagne talking about is his favorite, and apparently, I guess they got a podcast on with Charlamagne. Is it Black Effect Network or whatever? They got some kind of connections there. But anyway, the brother just said, remember on that podcast I played for you earlier, they were saying how Michael Jordan was the one that basically drafted him, right? He broke the news and said that wasn't even true, right? He said that wasn't even true. But listen.
You guys just started talking to me. I didn't care that you did not know Michael Jordan wanted to bring Elton Brand, which made business sense. He was 39 years old. He wanted to get back to the playoffs. You guys are not even smart enough to understand that no company would bash a product like they did me. And all of the reporters, the peanut gallery, the go along, get along game, they knew this and they know it. That's why it was the first thing they did. They didn't attack what I said, they attacked me. I was that educated, so I learned in the 3rd and 4th grade. They did a great job with me at St. Simon's Elementary. I learned the who, the why, the what, and the when. How come you educated some bitches you have here? Y'all getting y'all ass whipped by a bus. Hey, look here. My mama didn't cut off my critical thinking, so you won't get my mama's cookie, bitch. Yeah. Hey, look at how ironic. You motherfuckers said I'm a bust. And y'all been talking about me 20 years, I ain't say nothing. But now I finally say something, and I'm the bad guy, I'm the crazy guy, I'm the all of this.
And that's the problem. That's why I told you today he's giving them a lesson in black masculinity. Why? Because you all are used to the black man being silent, shutting up, non-violent, be quiet, be docile, go over there, shut up. But what happens instead? No, baby. He said he gonna speak for himself, and I'm gonna be a man all the way, all the way, all the way. And intelligent in what he's saying. And he says, what happens? Because it's such a rare and infrequent occurrence that a black man speaks like a lion and speaks for himself, what happened? What happened? They start calling him crazy. But that's why it's a blessing that he used alternative media to speak for himself, because they always want to paint our people as crazy when you start telling the truth. That's why they try to control the media, all forms of media, and censor us. And they're trying to do what? Discredit him, make him crazy. But it's not the white supremacists alone that's trying to make him look crazy. Who needs a white supremacist when Charlemagne is on there saying that his family members are killers and that y'all leave him alone because he can snap? Do you see how Charlemagne, as a black male, is doing the work of the white supremacists by painting our brother as if he's a nut, crazy, and violent? The moment they only call you crazy, learn to speak for yourself and fight back. And of course, when we talk about fight back, we're talking about orally, verbally. But they weren't calling him crazy when he went 20 years and didn't say nothing. Let's listen to a little bit more, y'all. Again, this are his words, not mine. Thumbs up, share, share, share. I'm saying that because of some of the other commentary he's going to say.
Just because you ain't know my mama cooking was in me, motherfucker, that ain't my fault. That's why I never said nothing. When mama's cooking is in here, shit, I know where my center at. When I go crazy a little bit, mama cooking get me back right. Y'all niggas wasn't raised right. Y'all ain't have no mama give you no mama cooking, I'm telling you. Shit, my mama kicked my ass, and I think that got something to do with a little bit of mama's cooking. Because I needed it, boy.
Listen.
Yes, Lord. So, I don't know what you needed, but Charlemagne, you a violator, boy. And I'm appalled you still on TV. How is Angela Yee? See, I can tell, Angela, you must be against the black community. Because you must be against women or something, ma'am. Because how can you sit in the same room with a known violator? How can you do that, ma'am? I thought you was with the women empowerment. That man conquered a woman. Every time that young lady got to see this man that violated her like that, how you think that make her feel? What's wrong with this station? What is this? iHeartRadio? What's the station that got there? What's the station that owns the Breakfast Club? Whatever the station that own y'all, how can y'all do this young lady like this? I mean, have
Thresher
a freaking
moths
heart.
are
This is
subterranean
supposed to be
carnivores
protecting
that
all
spend their
women.
entire lives.
Or is it like the bus said? Is it the peanut gallery? Is it the go along, get along game? So when it's the person you like, your head can do this. Is that what it is? Is it the person? Is it that when the person you like do something, They got protection, so your head do this.
Now let's just stop right here because I'm on a network and I'm on affiliate networks. I have to give the disclaimer that there are thoughts and opinions that are expressed by me or my own, but the thoughts and opinions that are expressed at this recording that you're hearing are those of Kwame Brown alone. They're not necessarily those of me or the network or our affiliate networks. We have not been able to verify the things that he's specifically saying right now. But what is undeniable is that he is in war mode after 20 years of silence. And most recently, after Charlemagne the God made him look like a killer and his entire family killers. So I'm giving that disclaimer. I'm not saying that I've verified or that the network that is has independently verified what he's saying. But it is clear that he's in warrior mode and that he is responding in defense of himself.
Still think I'm crazy, or do y'all see it too? I appreciate it, Robert Smith. Yeah, do y'all see it too? But I'm the buzz, I'm the this, I'm the that. When you know mama's cooking, nigga, and you think like me, we ain't gotta argue with this. Y'all trying to make it seem like I wanted a problem with y'all. No, I wanted you to respect my mama's son. You ain't had to do all that, bro. And if you had any brain, all you would have done was apologize. But see, what happens is, when you were bought and paid for a little boy like you did, I appreciate it.
Are y'all listening to the things he's dropping so many jewels when he says, when you're bought and paid for? He said, when you are bought and paid for. This man is giving us the game. We've been telling you for a long time, that's the reason why we don't have true allies that's in corporate white outlets. The reason why they don't truly speak black is because they have conflicting interests and they are not V1 interests.
Oh, what is that? It's gone, man. But anyway, appreciate that $20. But when you a little boy like you that's being bought and paid for, and you know you got the protection of your white daddy, you will talk to anybody anyway.
Woo! Did you hear what he said? He's saying the reason they feel comfortable attacking him and talking to him any kind of way, he said, because you have the protection of your white zaddy. This is the